Good morning, Metro City Church. It is your girl, Pastor Tifiny Carol Brown, and it is my honor to take care of you on Tuesday to hopefully inspire you to go talk to the Lord. Because remember, I'm not doing it for you. I just want to inspire you so that when you go talk to Him, you can be effective in your personal daily devotions. We've been in this series. It's our passion series. The first week, we talked about God's passion for us. The next week, we talked about our response, our passion towards God. This week, we're going to talk about passion for self. I know it's not popular. Actually, it's becoming more and more popular in the church today. And that is, people are taking care of themselves. And I think it's very, very important. In fact, Romans 12, you've heard it before, but I hope you see it in a different way today. Romans 12, verse 1 and 2, it says, "Therefore, I urge you, brethren, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies a living and holy sacrifice, acceptable to God, which is your spiritual service of worship." Verse 2, "And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what the will of God is, that is good, acceptable, and perfect." 4 things I want you to get from this. Very simple. It won't take me 10 minutes. It won't be long, but she will be strong. Number 1, the best self-care starts with the mercies of God. Ain't that fire? Man, I just never looked at it that way. Taking care of yourself, the best way to take care of yourself is to receive the mercies of God. They're new every morning for a reason, because every morning we wake up in this human body and we need mercy. Mercy is unmerited favor. It's not grace. Very different. Grace is the empowering presence of God that enables me to be who I was created to be and to do what I'm called to do. Mercy is unmerited favor. In other words, I did it and I don't deserve to be forgiven, but God gives it to me anyway. That's mercy. That's the best way to take care of yourself, is to receive the mercy of God. Number 2, the best self-care dies to self. I love this because if I think about some of my challenges have to do with my body. If I'm going to die to myself, then I have to put down the starches and the sugars. I don't really drink anything except for water, except if I'm at home. And so it's an interesting challenge to do all that and still exercise and do it every day. And so dying to self, for me, my self-care is dying to the things that I should not be doing. Real simple. It's so funny. Some of us are bent towards sweets. I think I'm bent towards starches. Like I could eat rice every day. I could eat grits every day. But that's not necessarily the best care for my life. So I must die to that. That help you? For you, it might be a relationship. For you, it might be the way you spend your money. For you, it might be some things you've been doing in your private time. I don't know what it is, but you got to die to self if we're going to take care of this temple that God wants to live in. Number 3, that self-care is worship to God. It said it right there at the end of Romans 12, verse 1. It says, which is your spiritual service of worship. Taking care of yourself, dying to self, receiving the mercies, presenting yourself as a living sacrifice, taking care of you is worship to God. He receives glory when you take care of yourself. I think that's kind of dope, because you know what? You can't give to others, which is what we're really supposed to be doing, if you aren't full of something. My dad said it this way: you are only as good as what you think about yourself. If you don't have that, then you can't give anything. Remember, if your cup is going to run over, what's inside is for you first. What runs over is for everybody else. Number 4, really simply, and that self-care has to do with the discipline of the control of your mentality, of your thoughts, of your soul. Yeah, something that the enemy really doesn't want you to know is that you are in complete control over what you are. Sorry, please forgive me. You are not in control over the thoughts that enter your head. You have no control over the thoughts that enter your head. You're scrolling and you see an X, and immediately all that pain comes back to your memory. You hear a song and it immediately you're transposed to a time when you was doing something you probably shouldn't have been doing. You can smell something, and it can bring you back to one of the worst moments of your life. You are not in control over what thoughts enter your head. However, what the enemy doesn't want you to know is you are in complete control over what thoughts stay. Now, that takes a different type of mentality, takes a different type of maturity and discipline. And that's why you got to take care of yourself, is to always be aware of what's in your head. Get rid of, my father calls it, stinking thinking. You got to get rid of it, because I promise you it will prevent you from hitting the target for which you were created. You've got to take care of yourself. Sometimes that means doing something by yourself. In fact, that's your homework this week. I want you to put on your calendar something you can do weekly. Every week, you need to put something on your calendar that you do for yourself, by yourself. That's right, you and Jesus. Not you and your wife, not you and your husband. I'm sure you need to do that. I'm sure you need to take your daughter on a date. I'm sure you need to do all that. But you need to do something for yourself, by yourself, so that that cup is not just full, but that it overflows. It's you and Jesus. Start there. I promise you, the rest of everything you've got to do is going to be done more effectively when you are healthy. It's very important for you to hit that target. That good? Now go talk to the Lord. It's so important that you allow him to put his finger on the things that are competing with his attention, that are competing with you being able to fully be present in all that he is asking for you to do. And I just think that doing something with you, between you and the Lord, I promise you, it's going to help you to be the person God and created you to be. I am Pastor Tifiny Carol Brown, and it is my honor to hopefully inspire you to go talk to the Lord. So get off my line. Go talk to the Lord. See you next week.